This little feebob gives commentary along the river in addition to during the tours. It just pops up every now and then when it's working, which is not always. It is Sunday, May 1st. Is it May 1st? Yeah, May 1st. Hold the camera steady there. I was looking at my watch to verify the date. And we're not in Disneyland anymore. Sort of realizing that the Rhine River Valley is kind of a Disneyland. Although I wanted to show something industrial and I had to reach back, way back there on the river to find it. But we've been passing quite a bit of it. Flat again, and there may still be a castle or two. There's something, that thing you see there, that thing you see there, that might be an actual remnant of something. It is now a little bridge, a little tunnel leading into a bridge. So I think we're back to real life.
As you may have noticed, we have another beautiful, excellent day ahead of us.
And so at least right here, this is more like what I'm seeing along the shore. I'll see what comes up. The Star is where we were last night. And of course the blue dot down by Worms is where we are now. And we are going to stop in the Mannheim, Heidelberg area for today's touring. We're looking between the trees, and it's like good old Midwestern farming. And maybe because it's Sunday, but I'm noticing a lot less river traffic. So I've realized that the distance between these markers, the one on the far right and one on the far left, is 100 meters, 300 feet, the distance of a football field. It doesn't seem like it. Unless I'm doing the math wrong. Industry on parade. Is it a dock or is it a lock? It's a lock. We're at the top. I think it's a dock. Yeah, they're tying us up. We're at Mannheim. We'll see if we can find the steamroller.
Somebody was having a bad day. So she did have a bad day. She didn't have a bad day. I don't mean to.
Next trip to Heidelberg on the bus, the Philosopher's Walk.
Heidelberg. Heidelberg went into a total eclipse. It was in 1720 in a huge huff over religion. Heidelberg was not even really a town. So although we have Heidelberg printing presses that are so important and so famous, and so many people have worked with a Heidelberg printing press, Heidelberg does not represent wealth. And everyone coming in, there are about 8 different ramps you're coming in by, so all these thousands of people are just calmly drifting in and drifting out. Do people still know Leonard Cohen? Yes. Well, Canadians, but I think he's now an international figure. If you think you don't know his songs, you do. From the moment they were picked up, they were only a number. And give them some place where they can be honored. You really get to know them. We would have no idea who these people were, where they lived, and a voice will say Stolpersteine, and now they tell another story. In English, you get the entire story. In English, there's one man with a dream, ever since the 1920s. And if you look directly across on the left, that is the most important in Heidelberg University right now, the natural sciences. And one whole chapter is called Drink Schorle. Should have become a cult drink, but definitely it has. We have something called Datenschutz, the protection of private data. It's also unthinkable in Germany, and that is the All Saints Mountain right behind it. And if you look about halfway up, you see a little railing. So this gives him more time with his wife and family, children, at what we call Neckarmünzplatz, and there will be a guide waiting for them. And if you look sharply to the left, Thomas Jefferson rode over when it was brand new. He was in Heidelberg one day, April 14th.
So hello everybody and welcome to Heidelberg. My name is Christina. Let's have a look. Sorry, but always you have a tag, everybody asks you.
Oh yes, we know everything.
Well, you drive them.
We are going up there.
No, it's send out, the county will send out surveys about education every year.
Damn, with luck.
Ah, okay. Oh, look at that. Yeah, you can see where one is down.
The river is not as big as Rhine River, of course, and it's kind of thing, the tradition, taking good care of there. It's all old style.
I didn't realize it was so huge. Exactly.
And this is just half of it. If you were to extend your
The same here.
well, the Germans are outside the left-hand side lane.
Yes.
People take a basket onto the top and it's called
That's
speed
cheating.
biking. I was in Girl Scouts and that was back in Finland, and
It's not all the old growth. I mean, that's the way it's supposed to work. But
here to the south, and that's where you're heading. So this is more like deciduous trees, and
oh, okay.
it's quite chilly. Must be. I'm very cold. I'm very sorry, but there might be a little bit radish here.
Yeah.
It doesn't look very nice.
Yep.
But some people are still here. I've been here.
Our guide is very apologetic about how messy this place is. Yesterday was a big unorganized festival, and cleanup crews just haven't been here yet. But most of Europe is so clean, this really stands out as something odd.
The Romans had their temples here on the top. They built huge amphitheaters in 1913. This was the
Oh, sure.
The isolation.
It's right. It doesn't work.
Det är så, ja, aber warum bloß? Das sind ja auch nicht so.
Ruins of a monastery, and we're trying to break in. Superman. This is always open. It was just closed because of the big party yesterday, so being in's not that big a deal.
Oder dann wir fahren irgendwo anders.
Come on in. Hope that doesn't say don't go up here. Maybe it's more like at my own risk.
Sophia! Oh, da! Wo die zwei Stäbe sind, da müsst ihr durch. Ja!
See, back home, competing would be sports.
Oh, all right, okay. Oh, thank you for telling me.
Schau die Frage, wie weit du drüber rauskommst.
Also hier Schloss ist ja eine Runde, hier Schloss Hier Schloss hat einen Stand.
Oh, yeah.
Hast du das?
Ja.
Ich bin gespannt auf das.
First of all, beautification of Germany. 1871, that was, after a war between Germany and France. I mean, you can see even one of us. And this is our, so there are no high houses.
That's great, though. I mean, it's just nice to be able to look out.
It's actually for fire. Students used to make fire in there. So it just started not with campus but with one church.
Right.
And then it spread out all of the old town. So there are lots of buildings here. You can bridge from here, but you can't see it from here.
Okay.
That's where I mean, you can't see Rhine from here, but it's,
Right. You know it's
Those
there.
it's there. And you have to
shadowed
follow
nuke
it and-
towers are at the Rhine.
You can see in the haze some hills, and that's the Black Forest.
Okay.
Yeah.
Exciting.
Driving along the river valley.
I think we're
Nice channels.
understand why I would.
Yeah. I lived in northern Germany as well. It's also beautiful. Very the Baltic Sea and so. But this is warmer. Even if you have not noticed it
Yeah.
yet this week.
Yes, I believe that. Yeah, Baltic Sea I think would be quite cool. Wouldn't it be more Ja, kannst du auch empfehlen. Ja.
So this is the official Philosopher's Walk.
They wanted to have a garden.
It's things like that I want to come back and have the time to do.
It's quite, I mean, it was built more than 125 years ago.
Wow.
It was a tunnel first, and then when you get to the... Takes you down to the whole bridge.
Thank you.
That's what I was telling you. This is funny somewhere, I know. But I mean, it's so easy. It's loved by all people also in the West now. I told you.
It's so wonderful to be able to do that.
Hast du gesehen? Was? Was?
Can you see the flower?
Oh, ja, viel im Leben. Muss schon vorplanen.
And we stopped here for beer, except for me and Cindy, who had wine.
They feel right. Well, I figured that we just got them that way because we're getting them out.
And everyone is fine? So, Mark Twain, he had such an incredible mind on Huckleberry Finn, and it was one of Mark Twain's great theses. If you put it on hold in your mind is going to work on this anyway. Because last winter, when it went home for the winter month, who made his enormous fortune by developing the artificial casing for sausages. All out, and it's just definitely what you would do. Every day he would go to the little corner milk shop. In those days, oh yes, you know, right now there has started something in Mannheim. It's drunk driving is a problem. With drunk driving, you are very, very careful. That's why Ralph says, oh. So how does that get? Would you lose, put him on Sofort? Yes, Ralph said he would lose his job forever. Drunken driving as a bus driver, that's just... Right.
It was a good hike. I mean, it was all uphill one way and then...
It was zigzag for a while.
Yes.
And they wasted no time in getting underway. Goodbye, Mannheim and Heidelberg.
This contains our schedule for tomorrow, which is a little bit more complicated than any of the other schedules we have because we have one excursion going into town. Please carry your daily cruises with you when we go to town.
What that is.
It's some kind of potato thing. Here's my foodborne shot. This is lamb. And Cindy's food porn, whatever that was. Oh, that was her stuffing for bread.
Spinach quiche.
Spinach quiche, which is rapidly disappearing.
Oh, yes.
The Spire Cathedral. I missed this little corner of the ship. A few books, a few games, a parlor. And this may be good night.
Do you want
End of Sunday. See you tomorrow.